Haven't seen that. We've called a lot of finals. We've seen a lot of finals matches. This is the first time we've seen
Yeah.
these two guys come out at the same time.
Maybe mind games.
It could be. Strickenberger and Black getting after it right away. Black's Greco positioning was very, very solid in the semis. He looked like a guy who spends quite a bit of time training Greco.
And I was able to see Strickenberger's and call that match, and he's pretty dynamic. He got down and scored very late in order to get here. And so that's why I said this one is another one I'm looking forward to see how these styles match up.
Strickenberger has elite wins in folk style, freestyle, Greco. It doesn't matter the style. He's one of the best around. He's currently number 9 in the country at 120. He has graduated. Haven't heard officially what he's doing for college. I've heard some unofficial things, but certainly going to help a program out somewhere. And he gets the first point of the match passivity call. Black going to go down, and Strickenberger going to get an opportunity on top in parterre. Strickenberger looking for a lock. Max Black did such a good job defending by crawling forward, and crawls forward again there. Did this in the semifinal, and caution offered. I don't see it. Black creating a lot of trouble for Strickenberger. He's getting really active there once he was lifted.
Yeah, good job there by Black. You know, Strickenberger looked like he was close to getting that lift, but just couldn't keep that lock with the movement of Black on bottom.
Little duck attempt there from Strickenberger, and underhook for Black. Strickenberger kind of tried to jump around to the right side, and Black was able to make the adjustment. Max Black, the first wrestler I've seen with a sumo wrestler tattooed on his shoulder, but I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, hopefully not the last we see.
Hopefully not the last. There is a rule change here. Strickenberger needs to change singlets. It needs to be in a state approved singlet. He's been wearing that singlet all tournament long, freestyle and Greco.
Yeah, it's a USA singlet with his name on the back of it. So it's America approved,
and
but
actually
not state approved.
Interesting development here. Max Black gonna give his second singlet to Strickenberger.
Yeah.
Since Strickenberger doesn't have his.
You know, they walked out together, and now they wear the same singlet. It's coming full circle.
This is not the first time that I've seen a wrestler borrow a singlet from his opponent. Back in 2019 at the Bill Farrell, I believe it was Nashon Garrett and Nick Soriano had a match.
That's right.
Soriano had just an orange singlet, needed a I don't remember if it was a red. I think he needed a red, and didn't have one. So
yeah,
borrowed one from Nashon Garrett. Here we see it again.
Yeah, you know, kind of a funny note there. He said this is singlet he's been wearing all weekend. This is his 15th match of the week. He was a All-American in freestyle. Strickenberger took 4th, and then now he's in the finals here. So, kind of funny.
He didn't know if the singlet was on forwards or backwards.
Yeah.
But this is new. I have never seen it happen midway through a match that someone has to change a singlet.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Hopefully that's the last time we see that.
Yes.
Back underway.
pace came back pretty furiously midway through this one. Strickenberger working 2-on-1. Oh, nice job, Max Black. Kits on top, looking for a lift on the edge. And let's see if they go correct throw. Just one, white paddled. So 2-0, Black leads Strickenberger. He got that score as time was running out, so
yep.
Really savvy clock awareness and execution pulling the trigger. He has a lead 2-1.
Yeah, and, you know, a little bit of a slower pace match than I was expecting coming in here, but maybe that's due, you mentioned Black and his positioning and his ability in Greco-Roman, and so maybe it's due to that. So we'll see in the second period if we're able to get any more action, any more scores going.
Yeah.
As we're underway now.
At the, in high school and developmental Greco, sometimes it's hard to see guys that have that just fundamental positioning developed, but Black is one of those guys in Greco who does, and so you're not going to see a ton of opportunities for guys to let him or to throw him, and he's also not going to take a lot more risks than he needs to.
Yeah, and actually both of these guys were freestyle All-Americans. Black took 7th in freestyle, Strickenberger 4th, and it's both of their 15th match of the week.
Little duck attempt there, Strickenberger. Strickenberger needs to get that head up. They tell him that. And Strickenberger going to get hit for passivity. At least that's what's being offered by the official. And yeah, burying his head like that, they're going to call him.
And that's all due to Black's positioning and his ability to control the ties and putting Strickenberger in an uncomfortable position to where if he doesn't want to give up points, he's got to put his head down.
Black was able to get a lift earlier, wasn't able to get a throw from there. This time he goes to a gut wrench, now looks for the lift again. Strickenberger crawling forward and can't fight the hands that way. They're going to give Black a little more time to work, but he's having trouble and looking for a lock. Now he has it, but runs out of time, so 3-1. 2-point move would still give Strickenberger the lead.
Yeah, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the match, Strickenberger semi, he had to score late, and he found what he needed to do that, and his flurry at the end was what the difference maker and what allowed him to go ahead late. So he's got it in his back pocket if he needs it.
Definitely does. Strickenberger running out of time, 35 seconds to go. And they're going to stop. Attention against Black for pushing. Dive attempt, Strickenberger. He kind of backed up. I think he was hoping Black would come at him, maybe leave an opening.
20 seconds now.
Max Black, too solid in this one. Big hug from those guys. Been around the Colorado wrestling scene a long time. Both of them moving on from high school wrestling and sharing a moment there on the stage. Black gets it done. Congrats to him. There you see. Strickenberger disappointed, but you know, happy for his fellow Coloradan.
Yeah, and the story of the match there is just Black's positioning and his ability to thwart any kind of offensive attack from Strickenberger. And